Today we all know the iconic green and red flag of Portugal. But how did this nation go from flying a medieval blue cross in 1143 to the modern symbol we know today? Welcome to FlagLore. If you love uncovering the hidden stories behind history, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Now let's go back to where it all began. In 1139, Afonso Henriques dramatically defeated the Moors at the Battle of Ourique, securing the Kingdom of Portugal's independence. In 1143, legend says, a battlefield vision granted him the 5 wounds of Christ, inspiring the striking blue cross of Burgundy that became the new Christian kingdom's very first symbol. As the fierce Reconquista pushed south, King Sancho I inherited a battle-torn shield. The original blue cross had fragmented into 5 silver-studded blue escutcheons, beautifully creating the legendary Queenus. This powerful core design has fiercely anchored every single Portuguese flag for over 8 centuries. By 1249, King Afonso III spectacularly completed the conquest of the Algarve. Honoring his powerful Castilian royal ties, he wrapped the shield in a bold red border charged with brilliant golden castles. This striking design flew proudly until a massive succession crisis threatened to destroy the kingdom. The heroic House of Aviz seized the throne after crushing a Castilian invasion in 1385. They added their legendary green cross to the banner and spectacularly launched Portugal's epic Age of Discoveries, while King John II permanently locked the 7 golden castles into place in 1485. Entering a fabulous golden age, King Manuel I added the iconic Armillary Sphere to a new rectangular flag. Portuguese explorers brilliantly opened sea routes to India and famously circumnavigated the globe, building unimaginable wealth before the king's tragic death triggered a disastrous succession crisis in 1578. The crisis plunged Portugal into the Iberian Union as Spain's King Philip violently seized the throne. For 60 long years, Portugal shared a monarch with Habsburg Spain, suffering brutal attacks from Dutch and English rivals as fierce resentment boiled over against Spanish domination. In a glorious 1640 uprising, conspirators stormed the Lisbon Palace and triumphantly restored Portuguese independence under the House of Braganza. King Peter II beautifully reshaped the royal crown into 5 majestic arches, projecting the kingdom's fierce, renewed sovereignty across the globe. Fueled by endless rivers of Brazilian gold and diamonds, the absolutist King John V added a lavish velvet beret to the flag's royal crown. But absolute disaster struck when Napoleon's 1807 invasion forced the entire Portuguese royal court to flee desperately across the Atlantic Ocean to Brazil. Ruling directly from Rio de Janeiro, the king spectacularly elevated Brazil to equal status. The new flag proudly featured a blue Armillary Sphere representing the transatlantic empire, but a fierce 1820 liberal revolution and Brazil's sudden 1822 independence tore this massive kingdom apart. A bitter civil war ripped Portugal in half. The absolutist Prince Miguel violently seized the crown, reviving the old royal banner to fight against the liberal forces loyal to the young Queen Maria II. After years of bloody conflict, the liberals finally crushed the absolute monarchy in 1834. The victorious liberals proudly adopted a striking blue and white flag, reflecting their new constitutional order. This beautiful banner flew for 80 years as Portugal aggressively expanded its massive African colonies, until the shocking 1908 assassination of King Carlos pushed the monarchy to the brink. In 1910, a fierce revolution toppled the monarchy, completely reinventing the flag. The bold green and red colors of the Republican Party took over. However, political chaos eventually paved the way for Antonio de Oliveira Salazar's brutal Estado Novo dictatorship, which gripped the nation for over 4 decades. On April 25, 1974, the legendary Carnation Revolution peacefully overthrew the dictatorship in just hours. Soldiers famously placed red carnations in their rifles, bringing democracy back to life. Today, Portugal stands as a modern, thriving European nation, proudly flying its historic green and red banner. A symbol forged in history, flying proudly into the future. That was the story of Portugal. Tell us in the comments which flag we should uncover next.